Today I'm going to show you how to repair your John Deere D105 tractor if it would not go forward or backwards. Underneath, there's a spring here that sits on top of your transmission drive pulley. If you notice the spring is loose, and that's because the spring is held in place with a washer and a screw. And over the course of time, the screw get loose and it pops free. And this is what causes your tractor not to go forward or backwards. So I'm going to show you the easiest way that I found to replace this. First, we're going to do you're going to lift our hood. We're going to disconnect the battery and actually remove the battery. So again, we're going to disconnect the battery using a 10 millimeter. I'm using a ratchet, and our ratchets are wrench. What I like to do is try to, so I won't lose the little screw in nut here. I like to just keep that nut intact with the battery once I disconnect it. Just like so. Still intact. So let's disconnect the positive side. Some of you may think this a little excessive, but trust me, it's a lot better than dropping your deck and lowering your transmission. Again, keep the washer intact, the nut and the screw intact with the battery, and we're going to remove this battery. Pull out. Battery is removed. I'm going to remove these screws from the panel. That's 5 screws that need to be removed. I'm going to remove those screws using my drill. And we got to remove these screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are your 5 screws. Do not lose those. Next, we're going to remove the spring from underneath the seat. These 2 need to be removed. Those are probably 7/16. Okay, too tight. That's another option. You can always use your ratchet. Screw still intact, make sure you do not lose that screw right here. You're gonna need that to put that back on there. Take the other side loose. Second one. Next, we're gonna remove the handle covers. Both of them off. You have 4 screws that need to be removed using a 12 millimeter socket. Here's the screws here. You have 1 here. You have a bolt here. You have a bolt here. You have one over here and you have one on the other side. So all 4 of those bolts need to be removed. And I'm using 12 millimeter socket. Again, it's a lot easier to me to do it this way versus taking the whole deck off and dropping the transmission. But you know, everyone does it differently. Whatever you feel is comfortable for you. There's one bolt. Move my light around to the second bolt. There's bolt number 2. Now let's get bolt number 3. And there's a bolt in the back here. Just remove that bolt. Then I like to remove my ratchet, and you can pretty much twist it with your hand from this point. Not quite. There's bolt number 3. Now let's remove bolt number 4. Bolt number 4 is right here, right there. You're gonna need to remove that one as well. Again, remove my ratchet. Just oops, turn. This. And there is bolt number 4. Next, what we're gonna have to do, we're gonna need to disconnect a couple of the cables. This is just using a flathead screwdriver. First thing we're gonna disconnect is the cylinder starter. And just remove the wire. You're gonna take that nut and place it back. Then we want to disconnect this one, and this one. So you need to move this freely. So that is easily done by squeezing these 2 devices down. Just pop them right out. Now you notice once you remove that, your panel is everything is freezing. So now we need to raise the frame, or the cover, frame cover, to access the gas tank. Because the gas tank needs to be removed. The gas tank needs to be removed in order to get to the spring. You notice it's not taking very long to do this. So this can be done a couple of ways. First thing we have to do is to remove the springs for the gas tank underneath. Let's raise the flame. Get down to the lowest level. Try to do neutral. Then we kind of like raise this up and prop it up in order to get that gas tank out. So I'll be using a level. I mean, most of us have one of these around the house. And all of this, take your load. And raise that frame. Next, we need to remove this clamp in order to remove the gas tank. So with that, I'm going to use a pair of pliers. Let's shoot it out. These two. This is spring here. Has to be removed in order to remove the gas tank. There's one on each side. Well, here's the first one. Using the pliers. Pull it right up. This is a little clamp. Make sure you do not lose that. And be careful when you remove the spring, because there's a spacer here that has to be placed back on. There's your spacer. Do not lose that. And I'm going to do the same exact thing I did on this side. On the other side, remove the pan, remove the spring, and your gas tank. Well, you have to remove the gas line first. Then your gas tank comes out. Now we need to disconnect the fuel line. Here's the fuel line. Don't worry about getting them confused, because you can't put the wrong one on the correct one. So it has to be the correct line going on the correct connector, because the lines it looks very close to being the same, but the one is actually larger than the other one. So let's go ahead and remove the lines. When you remove this line, there's a clamp. Squeeze it with prep pliers, move it back, and the line should pull off. That's your first one. That's your second one. Remember what I told you? One is larger than the other one. So there's no way you can put the small one on the large line. If you try to put the big one on the small one, it's going to be too large. So next thing we want to do, if you have fuel in your tank, which I do, a full tank to be exact, and we're capping it off right now, but the lines we can pull the lines out of the tank. See here? The line is actually going underneath the tank. So I'm gonna take this clamp all the way off. But remember to put that clamp back on that line once you remove it. I'm doing this in order so the hose can slide freely through this baton here. So I'm gonna kind of put these over to the side here, out the way. So here's the clamp. Remember, you want to put that clamp back on that line. So just with your pliers, just squeeze it, and just slide it right on, just like that. That's good enough, so you can, so you won't lose it. So next, I'm going to remove the gas tank. This tank should come out fairly easy from this point. Just pick it up and slide it out. It's a little heavy because I have a full tank of fuel in here, but it's okay. Here's the gas tank. Come right out. Now, you can see the part very well. This is the problem, right here. That's another spring, and this another pulley. So we're gonna fix this. I see some washers in there, so I want to get them out of there. This is your problem. This is the screw, this is your washer. This is the reason why your tractor will not go forward or backwards. You can go to John Deere and buy a replacement kit, because you cannot buy these two things individually. So you have to buy the entire kit, which is about roughly 130 to 150 bucks. So if you do not want to pay that amount, there's an easier way to fix this. We're going to apply some Permatech thread lock onto the screw to ensure that the screw will not come out again. This was the problem, and what I did, this is the washer, that is the screw. So what I did, I glued the washer to the spring. So now I'm ready to reassemble the lawnmower, well, the yard tractor. So stay tuned. Okay. This was your problem, like I said before. Only thing I did, we took the same washer and the same screw and added a small washer. But what I did, I put it together using some thread lock and Gorilla Glue to make sure this thing won't pop loose again. So once you put that in there, now you're ready to reassemble your lawnmower or your yard tractor. So now the only thing you have to do is just go back and put everything back together the way you took it apart. So let's do it.